Guys, those of you who are tuning in on the replay, thanks a lot for joining us. We are currently down at Maroubra Beach. Flick this round. Hey guys, thanks a lot for jumping into the broadcast. Those of you who are watching on the replay, appreciate you. Everyone who's in on Apple TV and on the web, please do consider getting the app. There's a good reason for getting the app. If you didn't catch what this digital nomad project is all about, it's all about you guys making a whole set of decisions over the next 3 months. But you need to be in the app in order to make the decisions. If you're not on Periscope, you can jump over and do it on Snapchat as well. So you can connect on both of those. So guys, I'm going to talk a little bit around why this project is very, very much like chess. It is a social experiment. For those of you who didn't catch the broadcast this morning, you can go and actually read a lot more about it, more than we had in the scope this morning, over on the website. I've put a blog post up now over on allthingsnetworking.com. So it's basically a social experiment. So guys, if you're in here, don't forget, share this out. It's only as big as the amount of people who get in on the broadcast and help make the decisions. So I'd love if everyone in here can tap on that little guy in the bottom corner, share this out to Twitter and invite your followers. So Twitter, Periscope and Snapchat are the 3 things that you need to know about for the Digital Nomad project. Basically, thanks for all the shares, guys. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks for the hearts as well. Good to see you. Thanks for the support, Danny. Loved your tweet, your retweet, saying that I was a little bit crazy, but also awesome. Love that. Hey, Cara, thanks a lot. Thanks for the snaps. Really been appreciating you connecting on Snapchat and giving us some ideas for the interior decorating in the van. That was awesome. Really appreciate that. Guys, if you're new on the broadcast, make sure you throw your name up, and you're about to find out all about this project and how awesome it's going to be because of you guys. But also why it is exactly like a game of chess. So the support for the project already, we've already had a tweet from Virgin Mobile Australia wishing us well with the project, which is in the blog post. Go read the blog post. I've embedded some tweets. Massive props to Terry Donga. He's reached out and he's actually pledged money to support the project, and he's offered to double the pledge if I can get down to where he is. And that made me start thinking, this whole project is very, very like a game of chess. The distance between me and Terry would probably cost me about the amount of money that he's pledged. So it would put me in no different situation than I am exactly where I am now. So very much like a game of chess, every move needs to be getting us closer to achieving something new. So it's great that I can travel, it's great I can go and see Terry, it's great that I can get to explore and show you guys around all of those new places. But with this project, I want to show that you can do something bigger and better than that. So what we need to do is we need to try and work out move by move how we can make it better. No, it's pretty flexible on times and places. There are certain times and places I have to be because I'm still running my business at the same time. But we're basically going to have a whole load of movements around based on decisions that you guys make. So right now, today, been settling in, rearranging the whole van. Is super packed up. I had to clear some stuff out, rearrange some stuff. If you've been following on Snapchat, the handle is All Things Wear. There's a whole Snapchat story around what's been going on in the van today, so you can see the rearranging, how crazy it is. And I want to know from you guys, do you want to see how crazy it is inside the van? Because I've been talking to Cara about this, and my kids asked if someone could visit every town in Oz. So yeah, I mean, it's basically what we need to do with the project is I need people to make suggestions and then find a way to help us get there, whether it's someone who needs a lift who'll contribute towards the petrol, whether it's someone who can lend something. One of the things that we pointed out, in fact, there's actually a wish list online now for the project. I highlighted that the project isn't quite as simple as it seems on the outside, because one thing that people take for granted in day to day is things like, if I was to park in the outer suburbs of Sydney and want to get into the centre of Sydney, I'd just jump on a bus or a train, right? But on the blog, I've gone into detail that if we're doing the project starting with $100, the problem is a train ride from the eastern suburbs into the city is $4. So that's 25 return trips that we could do. So that's not going to last for 3 months. So that's going to reuse up the money really quickly. Other things like going to Starbucks to use the Wi-Fi, because you have to make a purchase in order to get a code, not really an option because it's going to be cost involved to that. So we're trying to find places with free Wi-Fi connections, people who are prepared to go a little bit out of their way to help and to support the project. There's been a massive support already by, like I say, Terry. We've had Virgin Mobile. I'm actually on a Virgin Mobile connection now, on a 4G connection. So I want to say massive props to them for making this possible with their little Wi-Fi connections and the support that they've showed online. So guys, when you make your decisions, I need you to think about how can we get a little bit further, a little bit better. Someone did tell me today that there is actually someone who has done a round the world trip using Twitter. So they've reached out, they've connected with people, and they've managed to go from place to place to place with the help of other people buying them tickets, or companies allowing them to do that, to travel on their services. So this is all about the connections that people have got. It might not necessarily be financial, it might be someone has a bike that they can lend so that we can go in and out in order to do things like that. It might be that you have a connection, someone who works for a bus service who might be able to arrange a month's bus pass, something like that. Whatever it is, think a little bit outside the box. If you go and check out the blog post on allthingsnetworking.com, you'll be able to see an awesome video that Howie from Aussie Wine TV put up. He put up a thinking outside the box video. As soon as he saw it, he was compelled to go and create a video that showed that I was, thinking outside the box, trying to do something new. So go check it out, allthingsnetworking.com. It's on the top of the website, right there, smack bang in the middle. Somebody also said, we'd love to track and see how you're doing. How do we do that if we're putting it in through PayPal? That insight made me think again about, if people want to support the project and they want to do it that way, there's now a GoFundMe page, which actually we've given a breakdown of how money will get spent, the amount we're planning to spend per day. I'm going to be tracking the amount of money that gets spent every day. I'm going to be tracking the number of miles and kilometers traveled as well, so you'll get insights on that, so you'll see how far the project has gone. I'll also be keeping a record of everybody who's helped. That will obviously be tracked through the website as well, where people donate or support there and pledge to help out. They'll get recognition through that site, and we're going to add them as well. We've given a little breakdown actually in the data usage on the website as well. And we've estimated, based on being able to use Wi-Fi some of the time, so we've estimated using the package that I've already got and another one. So I mean, that could be something somebody could sponsor, whether it's a business or whatever. And we have actually put in rewards there. I thought, it's only fair to give back as well. I'm not asking people to just give, and so there's different kind of kickbacks for people who want to support the project. As you guys know, I work in the digital media space, the social space, and I'm going to give back to those people who pledge certain amounts of money, be it a phone consultation or a video consultation, or even I might, if there's enough interest in areas and people want to pledge and get me to areas, I'm more than happy to travel there and to help those people. That's one of the things we want to do with this project, is go to places and help people. So if you know someone who wants to do that, then please do connect us with them. Twitter's the place we're doing most of the talking about this project, because it's easier for us with low data connection, without chewing through our data, to keep up to date with it just using Twitter. So guys, I'm going to just quickly recap for you exactly what the project is. But if you're new in here, please do hit the little guy in the bottom and hit follow, because I'm not going to be asking you guys through Periscope to make decisions for me. I'm also I'm also using Snapchat. So during the day I'll be using Snapchat because I can actually snap with no data connection, and then when I get to Wi-Fi, put the story up so you guys can then respond and give me answers, like today making a decision on what I was going to be eating this evening, that kind of thing. So there's going to be a whole load of decisions that you guys get to make both here on Periscope and over on Snapchat. So it's a 3-month project. For those of you who haven't read the blog or didn't catch the scope this morning, please do go back and watch it. It's there for 24 hours. It explains the whole project. But briefly, 3 months, 1 van, $100. The plan is that you guys, through Snapchat and Periscope and connections and showing the power of a digital community, are going to help me to make this project work for the next 3 months. I'm putting my life into your hands by letting you guys make the decisions. You can help me. I'll throw out different questions each day. Sometimes it'll be, where should I go? Sometimes it should be, what should I eat? It'll be, should I go and ask someone this? You know, things like that. I'm actually in Maroubra, so I'm still fairly close to where I started the journey. It's not about the amount of distance traveled, it's about making the whole project work. Right now, there's already a big amount of support, and obviously now I've got a next point. Terry wants me to go from where I am to where Terry is. There's a data connection there, and he's pledged money, so he's interested in seeing the project succeed. However, the amount of money he's pledged will get me from here to there, and I'll be in exactly the same situation. So what I need to do is, between here and Terry, I need to find a way of making the journey go further than that. So whether that's connecting with someone between here and Terry, connecting with someone out there. Yeah, Terry Donga. So he's actually, I don't know if he's done it yet, but he was going to, what can you do to help people there? Okay, so guys, great question, Danny. So I actually work in digital media, so I do social strategy and business strategy as a job. That's what I do. It is business as normal for me. I'm already teaching and mentoring 60 businesses around the world already while I'm traveling, so that's why I have to, it's key that I can get to data connections and I can stay connected. It's the digital nomad project because I need to stay connected while I'm traveling around. It is going to teach a whole load of lessons to people, and I'm going to be daily video blogging off of Periscope as actual video blogs that will go up once I pick up a Wi-Fi connection, which will explain all of the lessons learnt from this journey. One of them already is about being super organized and prioritizing. I'm going to video blog in full about that and put it up online and link it in the blog. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. Definitely time management. One thing that everybody takes for granted who has data connections at home or work, things like that, is you guys can get on the internet whenever. With me, I'm watching how much data I'm using on my mobile connection because it has to last for the whole month. I'm also then working, if I can get a Wi-Fi connection, looking at when can I do that. If it's in a library, is that only open in the daytime? Those kinds of things. Looking at shopping centres where there's a free 300 meg where I could go and do, maybe update the blog and things like that, or make some of the emails and stuff like that. So in this busy world, it's super important to watch your time and to prioritize what jobs you do and when you do them. So again, guys, I really appreciate all of you being involved in the project and all the support that you've already shown. So what I want to do with this project next is I want you guys to help me. So I'm going to be trying to go from where I am, which is Maroubra in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, to where Terry is. So you'll be able to see when he broadcasts where he is, and you guys, I want you to help me because I'm limited on my data connection. So I need you guys to help me find a way of going to where Terry is, and then also, how can I connect? Is there anyone you know on the way who could do with help? Is there anyone that you think might want to get involved, might want to go for the ride, might want to join the journey? Whatever it is, connect us with those people. We'll refer them over to our Twitter account, tell them all about what the project is about. We're super keen to have loads and loads of people involved in the project. We want to get people in the scopes, we want to get people in the Snapchats. We want this to be a really, really big project. Like, there is no cap to it. Somebody actually, when I launched this, I'm not entirely sure, Danny, without looking, and this is one of the things, is I'm obviously limited, so I'm going to ask you guys to try and research that speak to Terry, just chuck him a tweet, find out where he is and see what's the best route for me to go there. I think when I spoke to Howie, he said that he's on the border of Victoria, New South Wales, down that way somewhere. So that's kind of the direction, which then means if I'm that far down, is Melbourne the next stop? But you guys need to decide, and you need to make sure that you're following on Snapchat, because during the day a lot of the stuff comes through Snapchat. When I have big stops and I have Wi-Fi, that's when I'll be jumping on Periscope. That's when I'll be doing these broadcasts. Occasionally I'll be doing it on data, but like I said, I need to make sure that I've got enough data to get through the month. So guys, really massive thank you to all of you. If you're new on the broadcast, please make sure that you tap on that little guy down in the bottom corner and make sure that you're following, because this is going to happen every day for the next 3 months. This project relies on you guys. It's really key that you guys support the project, share the project, tell people about it. I had somebody tweet today about the project in another language. I couldn't even read what it was, but they were retweeting about the project. So if anyone can translate it for me, that would be fantastic. It's there in the feed. If you go to Twitter and type in the hashtag Digital Nomad Project on Twitter, you'll see all the tweets, retweets. Every time I blog, it will get shared to Twitter and onto Facebook. Feel free to share this broadcast again, guys, so that people can connect, people who didn't get to see it live. It is important for people to keep up to date with what's going on so that they feel involved. The more involved people feel, the better the community is going to deliver. So this is a community project. This is proving exactly what live streaming can do, what a digital community can do when they all work together, and also I'm basically putting my life into your hands. One of the things that's key to this project is that we want to make other people's lives better, whether that's people I meet along the way, whether that's homeless people, whether that's people who need something. I've got stuff in the van ready to give to people who are in need already. If there's other stuff that you've got that maybe you don't need anymore that you'd like to give to someone else, then I can pick that up and I can pass that on to people when I come across them. And you guys are going to help me decide about that. I'm also going to talk to those people and find out their stories and find out if there's a way we can help them more long term than just giving them certain items. So guys, I want to know from you guys, I am going to be heading back over to the van in a minute. I'm just enjoying being outside and getting some fresh air right now, but I'm going to head back to the van shortly, and I want to know from you guys if you want to see the inside of the van, how it's arranged and things like that. If you didn't catch the first broadcast, it's slightly different now. I've had to rearrange and I'm going to talk you through everything that's going on there. So anyone who's interested, make sure you're following. The broadcast is going to probably be in about 20 minutes. I need to just have a little relax, get my thoughts together, ready for tomorrow, and then I'm going to head back over to the van, and then the next broadcast I do will be from inside the van, showing you guys how it is set up and how it will all work, because it is actually set up as a mobile work unit. So it means I could technically drive 2 people and teach them. So guys, I really appreciate all the hearts, really appreciate all the encouragement from you guys. Encouragement is a form of support. So guys, it's really important. It's going to be at the moment, Danny, it is open. It is down to you guys to help me formulate that plan. That's the whole point of this project. Is it's not my idea, it's a community project. So Terry set the milestone by putting his hands up and saying, me, I want to be involved. So that's the way we're going, and then from there you guys need to help me formulate a plan, help people, and find a way to go in the right direction down there. Again guys, please feel free to share this broadcast out so more people see this. Tap the little guy in the corner, hit follow, hit the shares, get it shared as much as possible. The more people see it, the better it'll be. I've reached out to some people through Periscope and asked them actually if they'll get involved a little bit in the project from the point of view of sharing it out to a much bigger audience or talking about it to their audiences. You guys can all do that as well. If you're someone who's on and you scope yourself, please do tell people, refer to them and refer to the project and tell people all about it. It'd be awesome. The more people who get involved, the quicker decisions will get made, the more we'll achieve. And I want to document the whole thing. The whole thing is obviously being recorded. All of the videos are being captured. We're writing a daily blog post, and there's a daily vlog going on about it, so video blog that we'll be putting out as well, telling you what we've done. We're going to track every bit of money coming in, going out, how many kilometers have been traveled, how many people have been involved, and I'm going to do personal thank yous to all the people involved. So today's big personal thank you is to Terry. You guys will know him as Donga here over on Periscope. He is inspiring, absolutely awesome guy, and in fact, being that we connected from Periscope, give me 1 second, I have to say massive props for this keyring. Check this out. This arrived in the mail just because I made some comment about it, and he sent me one in the post. How cool is that? So guys, he's fantastic. Appreciate all of you being here. Thanks a lot for jumping in, Matt. I'm actually just wrapping up and coming off the broadcast, but please do jump back, watch the replay. Just talking a little bit about why it's like a game of chess. Every move has to be thought out, and we have to take those steps to make the project bigger, better, and take it towards an end goal where it's something really worth shouting about. If the project gets big enough, once it gets to a certain point, there's a certain tipping point in a project like this where if we get everything right and the project gets to a certain tipping point, it will suddenly explode and will become like recognized, and there's a potential to put a project like this into the main headline media spotlight as a project. I have got one other thing that I'm going to point out when I get back to the van, so make sure you're in on the broadcast for that, and I'll catch you guys on a scope in about 20 minutes.